school to acquire knowledge that will make us relevant in our societies and make us outstanding. Today we are going to be discussing on choice of career. Is it our choice to make or that of our parents? My name is Kilani Ezekiel Oluwaseun. Welcome to the Students' Place. Here today at the Students' Place are two wonderful young individuals. With me at my right is
Femi. I'm a student of sociology in Rhino State University. Yeah, I'm my second year.
And
I'm Thomas Gabriel from Rhino State University of Engineering Technology. I'm studying automation engineering.
I welcome you all to the Student Place today. Like I said before, we'll be discussing the topic career choices. Is it our choices to make as students or that of our parents? We live in a generation whereby parents tend to influence or affect the choice of career that their children makes. I can remember when we are young, our uncles, our parents, our older siblings will ask us, what do you want to be when you grow up? I will be like, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be an engineer. But when it comes to going into that field, we now start seeing like our parents coming into the picture to influence and say, no, you cannot be a lawyer, you cannot be a teacher, you cannot be this. Is this supposed to be? Are our parents supposed to influence what we want to be? Are they the ones to make the choice for us, or we are the ones to make this choice for ourselves? So, Oluchi, what are the factors in general that influence choices of career?
Well, the first factor, according to like everything that we're saying here, okay, friends play a role in deciding what you want to study. I think the society also plays a role because society defines careers. It just says this career is much more lucrative, it's much more suitable for you. So it just gives an idea to what a particular career is. So the society also defines your career. And also, I think your peers also defines or determines the kind of career choice you're going to go to. Because another time your friends all want to be doctors, all want to be lawyers. I feel like you just have this ginger, people personally, just to study that particular course. I think society, the peer group, and probably your family. Yeah.
Okay, Chun, what do you have to say? What are the factors that affect choice of career in general?
Okay, as she has said, I believe all she mentioned the influence of choice of career, but I don't think like they are the ones. Those factors are the ones to really determine what you really want to study. Because if you give room to those things, if you give room to these people, they can just maybe get something according to your own perspective of how they view you. Your friends can see like someone that is you like judging, so they can say can be a good lawyer. And maybe at home the way you behave, you are gentle. So your friend can say maybe you can go to medicine or something. But I believe that you yourself, you know yourself. You are the main character.
I feel like there are external and internal factors.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Maybe you yourself are like the main driving force for what you want to choose, what you decide to study. But then we also have external factors.
Yeah.
Okay, so you personally, you are studying sociology, and considering a country like Nigeria, where that course is not really a lucrative course in quotes. So, like, what influenced, like, what made you choose sociology as a course of study, as a career path?
I'm a very much serious student, first of all. So, I think growing up, everybody wanted to be a lawyer because I always talk a lot. I usually talk. So they'll say I'll be a lawyer, my sister will be a doctor. That's why I didn't have brothers. So that was just like how we always used to say. My uncle always says that. So going to university, my mom wanted me to study law, but I wanted to study mass communication because I just felt like it's more easy and I feel like I'll be able to freely talk more with that, and I don't like stress. So I didn't want to go to university and stress myself. So I let me just choose mass comm. But then, based on my mom was just adamant about the law. She was like, Oluchi, I'm not speaking Yoruba now. They're like, honestly, if you want to do mass comm, you can always do without going to school and everything. Yes. But no, you can't study law without going to school. That's okay. Then I decided to just put law. And I put law, and then I didn't get law. I got political science. That was when I was in the University of Ibadan, backwards in Nigeria. So I put political science, and then in political science, you borrow courses in Nigerian universities. So I borrowed my first year. I borrowed a lot of courses from Department of Sociology, and it was so beautiful. It was talking about man, society, and everything. And they always tell us this is, I don't know if it's a lie because I was like working, but they always say sociologists can work anywhere. So we actually deal with different spheres of life, researches and everything. So I feel like we are valid, like we are important in every like part of life. Yeah, part of life. So I chose sociology. I studied sociology when I was in the University of Ibadan with political science as my major. So when I was coming here, I had a choice between sociology and law, and my mother wanted me to study law.
Big challenge.
At this point, so I went to interview by myself, and I got there. I had sociology and law on my table, and my father was downstairs, and I was supposed to study, but then I just said sociology, and that was what I chose. Because I think because I had experience with sociology out in university in Nigeria, so, and I don't regret it. Yeah, because I get to study everybody, everything, different spheres of life, so it's beautiful for me.
That is awesome. It's really a very nice experience to share.
Yeah.
So, what about you, Chung? What influenced your choice of career?
For me, it's quite different from normal people, my own choice of career, because at different point of my life, I had different things I wanted to study.
Yeah.
There was a time I wanted to become a pastor. There was a time I wanted to study medicine. There's a time I wanted to become a soldier. There's a time I wanted to become a footballer. Like at different, if you come and meet me today, what I'm studying, I can say a lawyer. Meet me after 2 hours, cannot say a doctor.
Wow.
That time I was confused. I didn't really know who I was. First, I didn't know who I was then my mom trying to play a big role in my career choice. So to her, I should become a doctor. I should study medicine. Like that was what she wanted. And then I don't know, people were hyping medicine too much. I don't like people who are hyping one thing.
That's the reason why I didn't study because people tend to want to.
I know, right?
So
I like it.
I don't know why African parents, especially the mother, they like medicine that much because
my son is a doctor.
Yeah, that's what they want to hear.
Yeah, next time, my mom, I told her to buy for me a phone that she will not buy it. I agreed to study You have to study medicine. To her, in fact, there was a time that she told me that, see, if I want her to work, to like really work with me, that she can even come and be sweeping my hospital, but she wants to come a doctor. That this connection, that my father knows plenty of his friends are doctors, they would like everything okay. But me, deep inside my heart, I just knew I was not a doctor. So there's not how you can bring a lion out of a sheep or bring a sheep out of a lion. I was not a doctor. So although I was confused then, but I know medicine is not the way. So that's how it continued. So private school, I wanted to study engineering. Some is it engineering? I don't think it's engineering. I think it was like artist. I wanted to become an artist. People that draws and do all these things. Got to secondary school, I changed again to engineering. I don't know which engineering though. So I said that maybe I didn't want to do civil engineering because that's what my father is doing. I don't want to do like society with my father. Continued. I was thinking computer engineering, but I was not very good in computer, so I minus that one. So when I was in like just 3 SS1, I started liking all this technical drawing of again. So I told my teacher, I want to become an architect. So okay, that's nice. So he was now guiding me. I would be making some plans. I'm going to show him. He says, nice. My father is a civil engineering, so he has plenty plans of houses that he has built. So I don't want to carry it, just look at it, just analyze it, carry the plan, and develop the front elevation, different things. And I was working with, I'm going to show my teacher, well, nice. And times is one, I started doing other subjects, both science and art. So by then, I don't know, the architecture was not living again. I started thinking about money, everything. I need to make money. So I said, why don't I just do the civil engineering? But I don't want to do the same thing my father was doing. So I said, maybe I should go for petroleum engineering, oil and gas.
Yes.
Because now I had money.
What are you doing?
Yeah, so then I like chemistry, I like physics, I love all this geology, geoscience, and many things about science. Although, like, naturally, like, I was an arts person. Like, when it comes to performing art and the rest, I was like an art person. But when it comes to education, I love the science aspect because I love new discoveries. When it came about space, about technology and the rest, I like that part. So, that's like continued going. So, my jam, I registered for petroleum engineering. So due to some things, I don't know, it was not God's plan. I did well in WAEC, everything, but I did not get admission. I did not get admission. So I did not get admission, I have to change again. My my career, I have to change it. I don't know, I told you things were influencing my career choice. So I have to change again from that petroleum engineering because I felt if I wanted to study in Nigeria, I would study petroleum. If I'm going outside Nigeria, I have to change it to something that is, I don't know, that is very good, but it's not very strong in Nigeria. Like all these computer and the rest, robotics and the rest. So when I did not get admission, I changed up from the petroleum again. So now I apply for what we call mechanical engineering because I also love physics then too. So as time goes on, God finally brought me to Russia, and in Russia they did not give me the mechanical engineering. They gave me automation engineering. So the automation engineering, I didn't know anything about it when I was in Nigeria. When they are mentioning courses, I don't usually hear about it or see it. But I came to understand that actually it's also a very nice course because if you know the way the world is going now, starting from the industrial revolution, now we're in the computer and information age. So in this revolution, like we don't need more human beings again to work in industries and the rest. We need more artificial intelligence. We need more of robots, robotics machines, and the rest to be working. And now, if we can't leave robots to be controlling themselves. We can't leave things. We have people to be regulating it, and that's what my course is doing.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So when maybe we don't need some courses, like some people that study some courses, maybe it will be sacking them from their work. But my course, I believe that
Well, you can't sack sociologists because we are going to be doing researches about this, your automation, engineering, stuff like that. We are always going to be there for you.
Well, can destroy the world if you
No,
and we make researches about the destruction of
well, that is a very good experience to hear from you guys. It's a very good one. So, going to what we are discussing about parents, what do you have to say about parents trying to influence choice of career of their words? Like, does it really have to be? Is it really necessary? Like, do they really have to do that? What do you have to say about it?
No one has the control the right to control anybody. You get? I'm not saying you should not submit to your parents because I believe in obedience and submission. You get? I'm not saying you should not do that, but then I feel every decision you make, you have your parents are like your guardian, like your angels who God has put over you. So you still have to submit to them in that aspect, but you have to make them understand. And parents should not force their children because right now I do poetry, I do writings, and if I had been forced to study a particular course that doesn't give me space to do that, it would be very difficult for me. If I had been, let me use my sister for an example. My sister has always been the doctor, you get. That's like I've always been the lawyer of the house. Maybe I was even more art related. My sister has always been the doctor of the house. So everybody thought she was going to study medicine. She had very good WAEC results, very good JAM results. And my mom is like, my father is like, babe, like studying medicine with this course. And my stepfather was psychology.
Wow.
You get, but and now my sister writes and everything. So there's because if she had been in medicine, that writing thing that the ginger she has won't be able to really express it because she'll be so involved in everything. Psychology doesn't give her a lot of space also, but it gives her more space than to express herself than medicine. So my parents are coming to the realization that we're not just, not just about what they call name, not just about going to school. but it's also about the gifts and talents that you have. So when I even do poetry and writing, I send to my family, my father, he's always very proud of me. Like he's proud of the person I am becoming. At that point in time in the past, he probably might not have understood. You get, but now he's coming to a realization, and I feel like right now he won't be forcing my siblings like to study any course. He would, because my parents, no matter how much they want to study a course, they never forced any of us. Because I'm studying sociology, my sister on like me, I went there to go and choose by myself. They were not there, but my sister was in their house. They went she chose psychology and they just have to accept. So they won't force you, they just give you their own ideas and everything. But now I think they'll just give space to my siblings that okay, just do what you want to do, because they realize that it's not just about
what they want.
Once you want to study, it's not just about going to school, but it's about what you have inside of you and what potential you can serve the world.
That's good. That's good. Do you have something to say to that?
Okay, parents choosing career for their students. I believe that the work of parents too is good. They play a role in this part, and their role should be guidance. They should guide their children in their career choices, but they should not be the one to choose for their children. So I believe that everybody, I think, knows himself better, or maybe okay, it's God that knows us more than followed by us, so we know ourselves better.
Yeah.
So our parents, like, we got to a point that my mom and my dad, they understood me later on. So they will now ask me, what do I want? So when I tell them, and I say, okay, they will now guide me, start advising me, telling me how the dangers of this one. Then for me, I'm the one that chose it. Then they are like guidance, they guide me. So before I also chose what I wanted, I first of all discovered myself, because in the beginning I didn't know who I was. That's why I was just roaming about from this one to this one to this one. When I discovered myself, I knew that okay, this is where God is leading me to. And also, I believe that every human being didn't just come to earth just to make the population bigger or anything like that. I believe that we all came with a purpose.
Yeah.
So now, is that purpose, like many people discover that purpose when they are dying at their deathbed. Some people discover that purpose early in life and at different stages. So the point where you discover that purpose, that's when it makes it easier for you to even know your career choice and the rest. So you see many students or many children, they have like different talents that are not taught in school. Like so if a child just want to meet her parents or his parents that I want to do this course, their parents, sometimes African parents are the ones that have this problem more. Because here in Russia, I met a girl. I asked her what was she studying. She told me she studied sugar. Sugar. I was like, how is it sugar? And the funny thing is that she studied sugar in bachelor's and in master's again she studied sugar. I said, but her parents allowed her to have to study sugar. If it was in Nigeria, they would say,
like that. That's the most
Sugar up. That was like
yeah, sugar. I have met plenty of people studying courses that are just weird, fish, studying whatever. But these courses are really needed because the health of people, like when it comes to the food industry and many things. But if it's Nigeria, like there's a way African parents look at some courses that they have that mentality that why would you do this? That's why we are suffering from unemployment in Nigeria, because many people went to study what they are not meant to study, and they are finished studying what is not they went to do an assignment that's not meant for them, and now they cannot function. That is lacking, and they are not like happy with it. Just like your parents choosing for you a wife. So they are if they choose a wife, they are not the one to live with that wife for the rest of their life. So now you are the one to live with that wife for it. So now it's just the same thing for them to choose for your career, and they are just trying to please or fulfill what they want for you, not what God or you want for yourself. So at that point, parents should serve as guidance to guide their children. But the children, I believe they should be the ones to choose really what they want.
Yeah, that is a very good answer. So I believe that you as an individual, one way or the other, your parents must have tried to influence your choice of career. How did you react to it? Did you listen to your parents or you did what you want? Please write on the comment section what you did when your parents try to influence your choice of career. Like myself, when I wanted to enter SS2, that was when I was supposed to choose my career, whether to go to the commercial or to the science. And me, I'm someone that doesn't like biology, I don't like physics. So while choosing my courses, I chose mostly arts related subjects. So I gave my dad went through it, he was like, what is this? Where is biology? Where is physics? Where is chemistry? I told him that day, I want to do business stuff. He said, just take this thing, go and do this thing you're doing. Like, what kind of course is this? Like, you should put biology, put science, put maths. I told him no, like, I want to do business administration. He said no, you have to be a medical doctor. I refused. It was my uncle that came in and talked to my dad because he also studied that course too. So he came in and talked to my dad and tried to like calm him down and listen. So I believe that most times we should choose a.
Let's check something. When I was going to go to my SS1, I think you guys choose your courses when you're going to SS2. But in my school, after my junior work, I was to like move to my SS1. So we based on your results, they come to the class first day. So if you want to go to arts, come here. If you want to go to science, go there. Arts, I was the first person that stood up. Because one of my junior secondary school, GS class, I was the second or third best. So I think I always put a notebook like to just go to
science
class. But I was the first person that did. I stood up, I went to art class. It's not saying anything. My mom was a teacher in my school and she was a chemistry teacher.
Wow.
So my mom was science based. So when I chose art like this, all our friends were calling me. So why are you choosing this? Why did you go to science? Why did you go? I'm like, I'm not doing it. Like it was that was just when like they didn't choose a career course now. They won't just wanted me to be in science class based on the fact that my mommy was like now my mommy is a chemistry analyst to get. So you just expect at least one of our children to do one chemistry stuff. Oh no. All of us were like practically social science related.
Wow.
So even society just has a role of making medicine look as if it's a big course.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's true. In Nigeria, like, I don't know, they have made science, although I was a science student and we always felt like they saw us like we were on top of the world.
Exactly.
Anytime they are calling,
That discrimination is always there.
they take science student as the brilliant one. If you are brilliant, you should go to science.
Society
Art class should be dollars. Anybody failing from science class, they take
Because
it.
art class. I know, like it's not us there. Like and then guys, it will not be so.
There are some persons in art that are very good at mathematics, like 100%.
Well, yes, when I was in Nigeria, I loved math. Yeah, I don't like math, but I like math. I don't know math. But in Nigeria, I think I knew math because I was going to go for all these like Olympics, football competitions.
Yeah.
Olympiad.
Not
But then seriously, no.
Wow.
Society and our parents,
They
interwoven.
need to
So
be
they just,
oriented.
yeah, exactly. We oriented.
That is very good. So, to the next question. Now, seeing the fact that parents have like tried to influence our choice of career, as students, what can we do to like how can one deal with parental influence in choice of career? Like how can we deal with this factor?
Yeah. Okay. First that came to my mind was submission. But then after I thought about submission, the second that came to my mind was prayer. But now I want to put prayer first before submission. I feel like the two of them should go the same way. Because I said earlier, your parents is supposed to submit and obey your parents no matter what you get, no matter how much they don't understand you. That's why if you bring a spouse to your family and they say no, you can't just go on and marry the guy because God told you. You still have to get their blessing.
Yeah.
Because if God did not want them to be over you, God will now have brought you through them. So no matter how much we like it, they are our parents. So we have to submit and we have to pray and we have to come to an understanding. Because I'm studying now, when I got here, my parents thought that I would have been able to change to study law. Yeah, so I actually for their sakes wanted to do it, you get. So I went to go and meet our curator that time, and I told her that I wanted to study connecting my courses and everything. And that time they were doing everything, trying to get, because I didn't know the course I was studying. You get, I wasn't very sure if FSB gave me sociology or they gave me law. So I wasn't very sure about it. So I had to go and ask them because one place was telling me law, the other place was telling me sociology. So I didn't know the course I was studying when I was in my language year. So I had to go and meet her and tell her that, ask her to tell me what course I was studying. So she now told me I was studying sociology. And then I told my parents, I was like, can I change it and that? So I really took my time. I took that step to go and tell them that, like, to ask my curator that our curator is like our coordinator.
Yeah.
So I went to them to tell them, ask her that can I change my course? My curator said no, I want you to change that, everything. I went to tell my parents that this is what it is, that I can't change it. You get, so no matter how much I wanted to study my course, now finally studying my course, I still had to put their opinions, their what they wanted to view. I had to, because I had to submit to them. You get, so I had to just pray. Now they understand. Now they realize I'm doing something more than sociology. So now they understand. We have to just pray and hope that they understand it. You get, I have to submit to them. If they say, the thing about parents is that parents are not, they're not stupid. The reason why they do everything they want to do is for our best. Exactly. So if you make them understand, I don't know if it's just my parents, but then if you make them understand and you say, mommy, how far, or this is what, I feel like she can come to an understanding. There's something mommy to do, like, I'm not forcing you to study a course, but law is very, you get also, you get, you like, I'm not forcing you to do, I'm not forcing you, but she will give you, but you have to just make her understand that this is what I want to do. And I feel like parents are developing. They're not as close-minded as their parents. You get, so they even like open their minds. But I feel like when I become a parent, I won't be forcing my child to study medicine or that kind of stuff, to be a lawyer or anything, because I understand. So the society is actually developing to see that other jobs are more lucrative than even the so-called medicine and law, you get, engineering field. So I just submit to them, pray for them, pray that God make them understand, you get, and talk to them. I feel like that's just what you can do, because you cannot afford to disobey them. Say, Bible says, honor your father and your mother so that your days will be long. You get, so you have to honor in every decision you have to make. So just make them understand. That's everything I can say, and that's everything I said actually.
Thank you very much for that answer. Ching, do you have anything to contribute to that?
Okay, she has said a lot, like, about making your parents understand and also pray for them. It's true, it's very true. And also, one thing you need to know about handling career choices is, as children, we are limited to in knowledge, our scope, our experience, and everything. So our parents sometimes they have gone through things that us we don't know, and they have reasons why they might want something for us. Yeah. So it's true that we also listen to them, although they want to make our choices, but listening to them is very good, because they were like they are with us, they were there from our childbed like that, so they will continue to be with us to guide us through. But one thing that I want us to be careful of is for parents to know that the world is also evolving, it's changing, things are changing. So sometimes the things that were not possible in their own time, they should not look at it as impossible. So they should also know the way the world is moving. Then they should also know how to guide their, and the parents should be updated too, as the child will also try to be updated. So there was a time in my secondary school, my friend came to meet me. I went on studying petroleum engineering. I told him, there's money, there's what, they will give me a car, give me a house, But I'm telling me that I should just check the way the world is moving. He's not saying that petroleum engineering was bad though, it was good, yeah, but he was saying that for him, the way he's seen it, that in the next maybe 2-3 decades or more, that it will not be as it is these days, the way they name it. Yeah. So things might change in the sense that the value of petroleum might reduce, because things that use petrol now might
That
begin to
that
change to
change,
become
yeah.
solar or charge or
Even
something,
water self.
or water and different things. So he was saying some things. He now gave an example that, for example, for example, Bill Gates, that during Bill Gates' time, the thing that was reigning then was the like industrial revolution. If you are working, must be working in all these factories, big industries, before they can know that you're a big person. But these guys did not just look at the present condition to go and look for. So they looked at the future like they were visionaries. And they saw that in the future they will need more of computer information, all these things. So they started working for the future. So when they were working, their effort were like not really appreciated by that time. But later on, everything paid off. So I'm telling you that I should just look deep, like I should try and envision, like look at the future. So it was difficult for me then, though. So it was really difficult. But by God's grace, now I'm doing automation engineering, which I never planned. So parents, they should try to update themselves. When you try to tell your parents about something and they are against you or something, pray for them, true, and also listen to them, because your parents will not give you an advice that will harm you.
Exactly.
It's just that it might not harm you, but they might not also help you. So they should be careful and should be updated about what's happening, so that you know and study after finish studying. Like for example, people that studied typewriting in those like the early 20s, like 2000, 2001, all those times like that. They were needed in office everywhere. They needed people to be typing and the rest. But now I can carry my laptop and be dictating for it and to be typing for me. So those people are no more needed. They just spend their whole university years. It's now wasted now. So there are some courses that you have to know that some courses in the next 5-10 years there might be no more. And the way COVID-19 came is going to also boost up that, like reduce courses that are studying.
Human influence courses, like courses that require human beings to
So that's how I have to say it.
Wow.
I'm so sorry. Like what you said actually, our parents will not do they don't want things that are us, you get. But they tell them that they might be uninformed. So it's you in your own place now to inform them about it. I feel like when you inform your parents, they understand, because they want the best. So they see what you're trying to say and like, wow, that actually makes sense. You get? I feel like they'll go. So if the parents are not informed and are forcing you to do something you feel like, do it. Like inform them. You cannot do the course, like inform them, allow them to see. And the about it that your parents also have experiences that they are seeing from the eyes that you cannot see. You get? So you have to understand them too. Understand what they're saying. Let them understand you, and you guys come to a conclusion.
Thank you very much for today's discussion. I believe you must have learned one or two things from whatever was said here today in terms of your choice of career. If you are there, you've chosen a career whereby your parents were the one that influenced you to choose it, or maybe you choose a career whereby you are the one that influenced yourself to choose it. How do you feel studying that course? Are you fulfilled? Are you happy? Or you're just sad? Please let us know in the comment section. And whatever other contributions you want to add up to this topic, please write them down at the contribution section and we are going to see it. Thank you very much for joining us in today's discussion. And I so much want to appreciate Oluchi and Gabriel for coming by to the students' place. We are so glad to have you. Please, if you are new here, kindly subscribe to our channel and turn on notification. We love you so much.
Like and share.
Like and share.
Yes.
See you next week at the students' place.
Bye.